Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of So Now You're a Teacher. I'm your host, Liesl McConchie, international expert on brain-based learning, teacher, author, and mom of three who has ugly cried through every single episode of John Krasinski's Some Good News. Please tell me I'm not alone right there. Man, he's getting me every single time. I'm loving them, loving all the good news and all the amazing things happen out there. So, hope you're finding something to make you smile or ugly cry out there today. So hey, in this episode, I'm going to answer the question, where's the best learning spot for my child in my house? I don't know what your house is like or how many kids you got running around and how many adults are trying to work from home, but we're struggling. The struggle is real. I feel like I'm constantly moving kids around to different parts of the house and to different rooms based on when scheduled Zoom calls are happening and work meetings and webinars I'm hosting and other things like that. And so it's this giant game of musical chairs. But there's a few spots that we keep on going back to based on the research I'm going to share with you today on what makes the best learning environment for a student, for a learner. And so when you dig into the research on the physical environment factors that impact learning, there's a lot to sift through. But all of the experts agree on the big three. There are three factors that have the biggest impact on the brain and on learning. So here's your house. It's beautiful. I love it. And look, it's even clean. There's nothing in it. There's no big messes. So the three biggest factors, since this is now our school, like our learning classroom here, the three biggest factors that are going to impact your child's ability to learn are this right here. Oh my goodness, I probably should have pre-drawn these. Whoa, all right. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that's a light bulb. So the first thing that impacts student learning is sight, and specifically is light. There's some really fascinating, incredible research in this field that has studied not only how long a student is next to natural bright light, which by the way is the best. Fluorescent lighting is the worst. And unfortunately, most schools were built before we had access to this research. So I don't know what's happening at your kid's school, but at least hopefully at your home, you probably don't have fluorescent lighting. So bright natural light is best. So if you have a place, you can move some things around so that your child is next to a window, or shoot, man, even outside. Why not? We could go into that. But bright natural light is best. The longer a student spends next to natural bright light while they're learning, or a place that has bigger windows, like literally, the bigger the window, the better the learning. And I'm not just talking like, oh, a little bit of gain. We're talking like 15 to 25% increase in student scores just based on access to large, bright natural light from large windows over an extended period of time. It depends, like the size of window has its own statistical findings, and then the length of time has its own findings too. But if you just throw them all together for this really quick summary right now, they both range within like the 15 to 25% increase in student scores. That is a lot. Huge. So if you can, put your kid next to a window with some nice natural light. So that's number one, light. Number two is, oh my goodness, yep, that's an ear, is sounds. And this one I know is so hard right now. I mean, the goal is to eliminate as many excessive, unnecessary, distracting sounds. We've got some noise canceling headphones that are being passed around this house. My earplugs go in when I'm trying to work, and we're just doing the best we can. So do the best you can, but just keep in mind that all of those extra sounds are really making a difference. So maybe putting kids in as far away as possible, or maybe instituting some like quiet time. So like, all right, the next 20 minutes, is just quiet work time for everybody, and see if you can bring those decibels down a bit. I know it's tough. We're just gonna do the best we can. So the big three. We have, we have light, and we have sounds, and then, oh my goodness, we have, yep, we have temperature. Temperature is the third of the big three. Yes, temperature matters. Your ideal temperature for the brain and for learning is around the 68 to 73 degree range, sorry. So 68 to 72, 73 degrees is ideal for brain function and for learning. Of course, warmer is worse than, too warm is worse than too cold. But if you can, try to aim for that sweet spot in there, depending on what's available in your home. I know here in San Diego where I'm at, it's starting to get a little bit warm, and so we're having to make some adjustments to when learning is happening and if we take the plunge and turn on the AC, if that's a luxury that you have. But here's how important temperature is to learning. So right now I'm in my book right here, which, by the way, if you haven't ordered it, please go ahead. You can grab it on Amazon, or I'll put a link down below of how you can get it directly from the publisher at Corwin Press. And if you missed last episode, I'm doing a giveaway this week. So all you have to do is share one of these episodes on any social media platform and just tag me, my professional page, on Facebook or any of my accounts on Twitter or Instagram. And by the end of this week, on May 1st, I will be doing a random drawing where 3 people will receive an autographed copy of my book. I'll ship it to you in the mail, free of charge. So where will we? Temperature. We're talking about temperature. The big three. Wow. I need to go to bed. Okay, so we've got light, we've got sound, we've got temperature. Here's how important temperature is to learning and to the brain. So there was a huge study of over, a huge sample size, over, 21 million students. You can't find sample sizes that big in almost any study. That's huge. So 21 million students in this study over 12 years span of time. And what they found is that without air conditioning, for every 1 degree of temperature increase, student learning dropped by 1%. 1 degree hotter, 1% learning lower. 1 degree hotter, 1% degree learning lower. Temperature matters. The brain just... Okay. Wow. I'm an international expert on brain-based learning is all I'm going to say about that right now. Okay, folks, let's wrap this up. Here's your big three when it comes to you in your home with your kids trying to learn. The big three, no. No to Pinterest, no to decorations, no to any cute, no. Those things don't matter right now. We're in crisis. We're going to get through this. And the only 3 things you really need to be focusing on in terms of their space is make sure they've got some good light, try to keep the sounds to a minimum when they're doing some good focus work, and then try to manage the temperature as best as you can in that 68 to 73 degree range. That's what I got for today, folks. Until next time, hey, make sure you share your video so you can grab your free copy autographed by me here by the end of this weekend. All right, thanks for hanging in there, guys.